program will be created to inform and enlighten you on the state of our education. Today on the program, we go for our online program, what we call one-on-one with online Dave. And I get my guest for help for background when they hear me so. I get the actual president will be online when he's supposed to travel out of Abuja for his own assignment when he come to do. But on a very short notice, when I come call him, he can't change his mind because he's very committed and desirous about education and everything in between. I get another guest when they try to reach out. This one's my stakeholders. When don't they committed to say Nigeria must move to the permanent side. However, before Prof, let me set the foundation so that we go carry on from there like a background. Prof, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, thank you very much. Like I tell you that, we got Professor Biodun Ogunyemi, will be the Academic Staff Union of Universities President, will be in charge of all the lecturers and everything lecturing in the Nigerian universities for Nigeria. And they still call the same, another person will be Mr. Bino Foundation. We go link up with a lot of people who get into education, what we call stakeholders, to begin to x-ray this matter when they say Nigeria don't reach 60. We will call Mr. Jake Ekpele, and we will reach out to our brothers for either US as well as for Canada, make we hear in own view. And another person within the Chad region, retired Colonel Samson Edet, to give us update on how the matter be. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, Prof, just be on the line. I'm linking up with Mr. Jake Ekpele. Mr. Jake Ekpele, good afternoon, sir. Mr. Jake Ekpele, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you, my brother.
Happy anniversary.
Happy Independence.
Happy Independence anniversary. Well done, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and Mr. Jake, we get Professor Biodun Ogunyemi, the ASU president. He'll be online now. Okay, so I add some other stakeholders, then we go take them up from here, make we see how the matter go be where we look out today. I still add Colonel Edet, this matter about our Nigeria at 60, where we review Nigeria must be a better place, and we no go give up. We no go give up. At the add Colonel Edet, Colonel Edet, Colonel, are you there? Colonel, are you there? Hello? Hello, Colonel.
Can you hear me now, please?
Yes, Colonel, I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me too?
Yeah, loud and clear, please.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, this we did try to do online. Jake Ekpele, the chairperson and president of our Bino Foundation in Nigeria, be online. The president of Academic Staff Union of University, ASU president, Professor Biodun Ogunyemi, is there online? Yes, thank you very much.
Yes, please.
Prof, are you there?
Thank you too for having me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you too for having me on board.
Okay. Prof, are you there?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Yes, thank you very much for my.
It looks like.
I can hear you.
I'm hearing you.
Okay.
It looks like the line is fluctuating. I'm hearing you.
It's a network. We ought to have started like 1 hour ago, but we did sorry now as a result of the setback where we pass through. But we think no matter what, it is better to do it like this than to do it at all. Thank you very much. However, this is not the program we will call one-on-one with Oman, the on our program we call Edu Radio. This program is committed to begin to inform us on the state of our education, especially the falling standard of education in Nigeria. Now, maybe your anchor person will be called Oman Dave. I don't give up, and I don't want to make you give up. And for our viewers, with the viewers like this, make it be say we start a bit late, we're very sorry, so we'll bring it to that bit late. But we will give you the best because those things that are trained when we get are very dedicated and committed people, as I tell you now. Let me set the foundation straight. Nigeria is 60 years today. 60 years. If Nigeria, imagine saying Nigeria na man, Nigeria na civil servant, if we don't retire, that means if we don't give in all, if we don't try as much as possible, if we don't give everything. But this thing what we call as 60, Nigeria has come a long way. People don't commit themselves. People don't sacrifice their time, their intelligence, their power, their resources to take us where we are today. However, we get the history said education, as much as we're trying to take a holistic view of our independence, our particular own place where we look at emphasis in education. And we understand that before this 1960, there's been a series of educations. There have been a series of educations and plans by people, by patriots, by nationalists that sacrifice their lives to give us or to bring to bear what we are enjoying today. And the life of such persons, we're not going to take us too far. Let me look at people like Herbert Macaulay. Herbert Macaulay sacrificed himself to make sure that he bring out the different sections of the country, from the north to the south to the central, and all put together. No wonder he is seen as the father of nationalism. Sometimes in 1920, he made sure he went about trying to rally the people, the community, bringing them together to make sure that they come together to form a nationalistic movement. That is to say, to become one body to fight a cause. As a result, to make sure the oppression of our colonial master is put to check. Then, as if that was not enough, we see great minds like Anthony Enahoro, great scholar, great and intelligent man, when in 1953 took the pains to make the first move for what we enjoy today. Even though it was not accepted by some part of the country, for second sake, they were not ready. But that, as if that was not enough, we still have people like Samuel L. Akintola that made a move between 1957 to 1958, even though it was not given that limelight. But they resisted and made sure, say, this thing no come the way of the colonial masters. As if that is not enough, we still had somebody like Remi Fani Kayode, I think like the father of our own Fani Kayode Wende. He made that move again between 1957 to 1958. All of these agitations to give us education, to give us good governance, to give us nationalism, to give us a country that is desirous, a country that will give us and protect and give us everything in between, that we are where we are today. What about a great scholar, a journalist, an international patriot that stood his ground when they were called Benjamin Nnamdi Azikiwe? When belief said, he went on to say that the pen, he hadn't any AK-47, he hadn't any ammo tanker, but he used his intelligence and said, no wonder he said the pen is greater, is bigger, is mightier than the battles of the guns. And he said, our emancipation can come from the library of intelligence, the library of books, and no wonder they went on and on and on, and we have attained what we are. They sacrificed themselves, they sacrificed their energy, they sacrificed their comfort. The question is, if this man come alive today to see what thing they fight for, will they be happy? Will they be happy? Today, for Edu Radio, our own emphasis on education. So we want to take a look at education, the journey so far. How have we fared? Professor Bionu Asu President, are you there, sir? Thank you very much. Having laid the foundation, you hear me as I try to speak pidgin with the speak pidgin on this program. Waiting you get to talk Nigeria at 60. Our education, the way forward. How it don't be, how have we fared? Where are we today? And the prospect, if there is. No, first, no worry. As a professor, anyhow, we may go. Thank you, sir. Okay, sir.
But the thing we want to talk is Nigerian education don't grow well.
Yes, sir.
But it never develop.
Yes, sir.
Everything people they call growth without development.
Oh, growth without development. Yes, sir.
Growth without development. The guy that is let's say, thinking like 2-year-old. So, that's what we are actually. We don't get many institutions. If you compare us for 60, I think we are just about the first 5 generations you have Ibadan, Lagos, Suka, those are the first set of universities in Nigeria. I'm talking of about 1960. I don't say 2 or 3. Isuka, Ibadan was the oldest, and Ahmadu Bello. Later, 2 other universities were established in 1962. Lagos and I think different. So then we had our so-called 4th generation.
Okay.
But since then now, I think we have like over 170 universities. But when you put all of those ones together, you will see, they never reach their potential.
Okay, they never reach their potential.
They don't feel reach their potential because politicians just create schools, just create
constituency project. But constituency project now.
That's what they do now. So as they do it, they don't get intention say they go feed them well. So now children with Washoko, now our institutions come become. And that one they cause concern for we in ASU. Each time we talk, we start saying they work for a place where we don't feel compare ourselves to people who be like us, other countries. At least it was not as good as it was not as bad as that up to the 1970s, late 70s and early 80s. But now from late 80s, now you begin to say government no get plan for educational institutions. And now only from out, they talk up. Education be our priority. And if you take even this government, the last 5 years, education budget down if they go. You know, the last time they gave 8% was about 5 years ago. It moved to 7%, and as of this year, 6% or less. So how you go feel run education like that? And to make matter worse, they don't create new universities, they don't create new colleges of education. On top of primary, secondary, program. So, politicians for state, government will not feel run one university, you will create another one. Maybe the first one, you know, for in consistency. So when it comes, you can create one university for your village. And as in Congo, another one will come create for your own village. And so the thing to say, as they talk now, the guys states will get this state university. And they don't fund any of them. So which kind of education will they promote like that? Which quality will we get for those institutions? And we will be academic staff union. Will be the tell them say we get plan where you feel follow, where you will get quality. Because universities they're for the center for research. Research that will bring development. Not just to individuals, but to the country.
Yes, very true.
But when you create university where they don't do research, how they will come talk of say they don't invest, they don't create, they don't do innovation. We will fit develop Nigeria. And also COVID come now. They talk to university no get laboratory. They go teaching hospital. Teaching hospital are supposed to be part of the vaccine.
Yeah.
Because now for them, they train doctors.
Yes.
They get there, they don't see molecular laboratory. They don't get oxygen dispenser. So now because they don't put money, now because they just create those universities for them. Now that's why we the challenge government for.
Okay.
That government should take our universities to where we are in the 60s and 70s.
Yes.
That's where we can feel the impact.
Yes.
Of investment in education.
Yes.
When you don't make investment,
you don't get
you
nothing.
don't feed your child well, you don't feed your kid well.
Very true.
You go knowledge you go sit down for my
Okay, Prof.
So that why shock up with the mandate for our educational institution?
Okay, Prof. They're talking about investment and funding. Yes, as much as me and no say UNESCO don't set aside about 26% of the minimum for the developing countries or otherwise less developing countries. And we did practice about between, they said the highest we came close was in the Second National Development Plan of 1975, when the team been B, and that was like 13%. Since then, we never go up. But there have been grants now and grants. How far with that small one you don't give? Has there been any positive push to make sure the small way they give, they manage them, so that we will be agitated for more?
If you talk say then they give grants, which kind grant?
Okay.
Government.
Okay.
The one way we they get for university. Because after they push, we they get debt fund. We they get one way called needs assessment. And if you see the way we push up, which government say it's not in release fund, they could constitute committee, they could manage, they could follow. And for our campus now, you go there, you go see the project where we do with needs assessment. They do mark up. And for that one, we get something we call Budget Monitoring Committee, BSC.
Okay.
And for every university, we get up. And the way they do it, they say, as they want to release the money, they will call the committee. As soon as the amount they come, the project where you want to tell us, the person we go win the contract. You go partake.
Okay.
And so we try to promote transparency and accountability.
Okay.
In what they do. But how much?
Okay.
That drops in the ocean.
Okay.
You know we solve the problem.
Based on the population.
In this assessment for 2013, we don't sign an agreement with government say for 6 years we will need 1.3 trillion. But I still tell you now, in the last 2013 to now, not 7 years.
Very true.
We just got out of struggle 220 billion. Out of
okay.
So which means we still they have 1
deficit.
1 something trillion pending with government. And if to say government follow through.
Okay.
By now we go to see differences in our
education.
Even with the little we are doing now, we can say some universities are now following through 1 and 500, 1 and 1,000. Before, so 5 years back, you know, keep selling university between 1 and 1,000 in Nigeria. Among the globe.
Okay.
Among 1 to 5,000 in the globe. But now you will see 2-3 universities between 1 and 1,000.
Okay.
Like you say, the impact don't go.
But
like you say, if we want the impact to be good, Nigerians must support us.
Okay, Prof. For our viewers out there, this is Edu Radio on our program what we call One-on-One with Oman Dave. And today we get Professor Biodun Ogunyemi, when the ASU President, Academic Staff Union University, online, when they give us insight about the cries, about the wahala while our university don't do the way they did. When we hear from Chief Jake Epele, who will be the chairperson and president of those people living with albinism. Mr. Jake, are you there, sir?
I am. I did hear.
Oh, you don't hear Professor very well, Abi?
I yeah, Prof. Prof. Won't hear the microphone.
Prof, you know, Mr. Jake, okay, Mr. Jake, now somebody when they're very passionate about people living with albinism. And because a lot of people don't look down on these people, a lot of legislation may they work in their favor in terms of appointment, in terms of stigma, in terms of so many other things when not they very pleasant. And him come say, him go use his own life put for ground. For second say, make them give fair treatment to these people because there be no swear constitution or they say swear agreement with whoever their creator to make it create them like that. And as such, we are supposed to be together. Mr. Jake, let me hear your take on this matter, sir.
My brother, it's a good thing for a country of various ethnic groups and diversities,
yes, sir,
to agree to come together to live in one country.
Yes, sir.
But in every other country, when as you make progress as a sovereign nation, as you make progress, you begin to look at the vision that brought everybody together. It is everybody's right to ask whether are we still
one
visionary? Are we still living according to that obligations that brought all of us together? And if not, there's a need to address it.
Very true.
As a Nigerian, I believe in one Nigeria.
Yes, sir.
I believe that this country should not split.
Yes, sir.
But I also believe that everyone in this country must feel equal, must feel belonged.
Yes, sir.
Must be given the opportunity to air their views.
Yes, sir.
So there's a need to address the issue of sovereignty. There's a need to address, are we still one country?
Yes, sir.
Do we still believe in federalism? You know, are we working towards what brought us together? If those things are not addressed, there will be continuous agitation. I believe in statesmanship. I believe this country should be one. But I also believe in equity, justice, and fairness. We need to discuss the Nigerian project. We need to discuss how we must coexist. No one tribe should make the other feel not belonging. And there is no one tribe that is a member of this entity called Nigeria that will make any other tribe feel that they will rule us forever.
Yes, sir.
We need to discuss this thing. And the earlier we do, the better for the country. This country
belongs to all of us.
Forward if we all come to the table with honesty, integrity, fairness, and inclusiveness.
Yes, sir.
There's no other way to go around it. That's my take.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you very much, Prof. You hear Chief Jake Pele there, sir. Prof, you hear Chief Jake Pele there, sir. Okay, we get another person with there online, Colonel retired Colonel Edet, with the front line for the Lake Chad region. Hello, Colonel, are you there? Hello, Colonel. Hello, Colonel. Oh, like so, don't lose Colonel. Let me see if I can add Colonel almost immediately. Like so, we don't. Hello, Colonel. If you can hear me, we won't hear your own contribute now. make we know how it do, especially you don't do educational matter, make we hear. Colonel, you can hear me, we are here. Hello, Colonel. Hello, Colonel. Hello? Colonel? Colonel, no say hello, Colonel? Hello? Okay, well, we they still try to reach, Colonel, make we equally hear as the matter be, because the matter as it be, we had our great scholars, we had our great nationalists, we had our great patriots that believe in the cause of nationalism, that were very patriotic, that believe in Nigeria even much more than what is our Hello? Hello?
Yes, I think the problem is the line.
Okay, sorry.
Network is bad.
This is Nigeria. Everything is possible. This is Nigeria. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you very faintly.
Okay. So can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Oh dear. Well,
I can hear you faintly.
Can you hear me now? Your background too is noisy.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Hold the line.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hello, I can hear you.
Okay, you don't hear Professor Bodu, the ASU president and the chairman and president of...
I'm hearing you faintly. And you are not even hearing me.
No, I can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. Please go ahead.
You hear Professor Bodu, the ASU president, when they will give a narration how the problems go and possibly what is make us come out. You hear Jake audio. Your background is noisy. I'm afraid. Oh, Colonel. Your background is noisy. Oh dear. Come on, you can call me back.
Sorry, I have not really...
Oh dear. Well, we will still try to connect with Colonel. We get another person on the line. When done they a patriot, a nationalist, a lecturer, and we don't lecture for Nigeria, and now he goes somewhere. Let me hear you. Ogasa, good morning, doctor. Or good afternoon here. Hello, Mr. Charles. I bet now what thing you want to know where the reach us from, so. Hello?
No.
Dr. Charles, what thing you want to know where the reach us from this afternoon? This is Edo Radio, our top magazine program, where all of us, they join body, they see how we go fit carry our education to the next level. Where they do some evaluation, or what they call appraisal, on the state of our education, and how our education don't fare, the journey so far, how it been yesterday, today, and probably the prospect for tomorrow. Hello, Doc.
Well, thank you for having me.
Doc, for your information,
it's a pleasure coming back.
Okay. We get Doctor. We get Professor Biodun, who be the ASU president here, and we get Jake Ekpele, who be the chairman and chief executive of Abino Foundation, and we try to reach out to another corner with the front line where they do educationally related matters. What is your name and where you reach us from, so sir, Doctor?
Okay, my pleasure to hear that ASU president is there. I'm surprised ASU is still existing in Nigeria. I thought the present government had annihilated ASU. It's good to know that they're still showing a bit presence. The last time I checked, have they been forced into IPs? What's going on? Do we still have ASU? Do we still have universities in Nigeria? Are they still functional?
What do you mean? Where do you reach us from like this, sir?
want to because everything is so easy.
Hello, Prof. Hello, Prof.
Is the Prof there so that does ASU still exist in Nigeria?
Prof, when
the university system in Nigeria still existing?
Doctor, when they call us from writing your name so that Prof will fit address that question when you ask him. Prof, are you there?
I'm with you.
Okay, sir.
I'm Dr. Charles Chukwu. Yes, Dr. Charles Chukwu Naro, and I'm calling from North America.
Okay. Prof, Doctor asked one question. He said whether ASU still the university they will go under bed and whether university still exist for Nigeria. He the call from Northern Carolina.
All right. Thank you for that question. Well, I believe he's asking that question because those who are familiar with the story of universities in Nigeria, we will agree that ASU has just been the life wire of the university system in Nigeria because the universities will have gone under because of agitation of ASU. It was on account of ASU's advocacy and agitation that we have said.
Hello.
He's on. He'll address the question when you ask him. Hello.
Okay, I can't hear him. The phone line is behaving like every other thing in Nigeria.
Okay, just go on, make your own contribution. Look here on Nigeria at 60. Our education where it is.
Well, like I said before, at 60, everything the little Nigeria inherited from the colonial masters, they have succeeded in killing it. Why I asked the professor about ASU is because the last time I checked, I heard ASU has been annihilated, like NLC and TUC. Everything in Nigeria from with this government has been killed.
But when they tell you that we still get NLC, we still get TUC. Doctor, why are you saying this? We still get them, they are functioning. They threaten strike, they were to go on strike, even though...
Well, back in the days while I was in Nigeria, ASU was very powerful. I remember during the time of Obasanjo, I was still a lecturer in Nigeria. I know what ASU did, and then during the time the fuel was increased, prices of petroleum products got increased by Obasanjo. I know what ASU did. I know what NLC did. Right now, I don't know what they are doing. Universities, apart from the COVID-19, if there was no COVID shutdown, universities ordinarily would have been shut down in Nigeria, and there's nothing ASU could do about it. I was speaking with a senior lecturer in Nigerian University, Federal University in Nigeria, and she told me that her colleagues who hitherto obeyed the directive of ASU not to register in IPs when they came to the university for registration are now trekking, going to Abuja begging to be registered. So that they won't die, so that hunger no go kill them. I felt bad when I heard that. And the last time I checked, NLC, TUC wanted to go on strike to protest against the hardship in the country, and all of a sudden they ran away. I don't know whether they threatened to kill all of them. I don't know what is going on in the country.
Dr. Charles, they didn't threaten them. There was an agreement.
To answer your question,
I begin.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, the government of the day, it's very notorious.
Mr. Charles, you have to correct. Mr. Charles, we need to take that one. Where people be listening to this program and that notorious way you use, we won't make you withdraw. Please, make we not say with the. That we're supposed to celebrate. They talk about as we do an appraisal.
Okay, what do you want me to? What other word do you want me to describe this person?
Nigeria is on a journey.
Even threatened to go on track.
Nigeria is on a journey.
NSC cannot even protest. People cannot protest. I remember back in the days when fuel was increased in Nigeria, it wasn't even up to 100 naira. NLC, ASU, TUC, Buhari, Tunde Bakare, everybody came out to the street to protest. Why are people not protesting now? Why are they afraid? There's something wrong. People are scared of their lives.
It's okay.
Pause, something. Pause. Doctor, you the pause?
Well, I want to thank our colleague abroad.
Yes, sir.
Who has been very critical of what we are doing here.
Yes, sir.
But I also want him to appreciate one thing.
Yes, sir.
It is the fact that you don't apply the same strategy all the time to make your point.
Very true.
There are times you review your strategy.
Yes, very true.
He has just mentioned the case of our members who betrayed the union to go and register on IPPIS. If you are the leader, what could you have done to stop them after you made all information available?
My prof,
No,
they want to survive. Most of them are dying.
Let me land.
Let me pause, Lan.
Because this issue of IPPIS that you mentioned is something that is very touchy. I'm saying it's touchy because if you protest against a platform and they challenge you to go and produce an alternative, and we went back to the drawing board, we drew out our members, and we have provided the alternative. I think that is scientific enough in a struggle. ASU does not just criticize a policy, where ASU can offer alternatives, ASU will present. And it is that platform for the presentation of the alternative that we are pushing now. We have done it, we have demonstrated it to the ministry officials. Ministry of Education has accepted it in principle, and that is the parent ministry. What we have left now is to present to the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Labour, and the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation. So, I have said it that you don't react same way to situations, especially in a situation that you know you can be discredited. If ASU has continued to protest, going on the street, when you have been challenged to go and provide an alternative, I think the most important thing for you is to go back and present that alternative. It is when they fail to accept it that you take up your protest there. So I want us to situate the problem properly, so that we don't talk about protest for the sake of protesting. As for the NLC protest, I may not be able to answer for NLC, but that is an affiliate of NLC, and we have attended their meeting where they asked them, this is what the law says. Now, you can only, it's different from the situation in South Africa.
Yeah.
When we are talking about popular welfare, it's another terrain. But if your law says that your focus will be on the welfare of your members, when you do a protest, you get to a point that you can no longer go further. And that is what I see in their situation. So, it's good to talk about the past, but we should also situate the past into the context of the present, and of course within a legal framework. They have gone to court, this matter, they have ruled against them. And whether correctly or otherwise, they also need the popular followership. They have to gauge the strength of the Nigerian public to rise with their support.
Okay.
Well, so, I'm saying, in essence, that our members are saying, first sort out our issue. People have not been paid for 3 months, 6 months, 8 months. I'm not sure such people will follow me to the street to protest against fuel subsidy. So, if I been challenged to provide an alternative that will enable them to pay their salary,
okay.
I think that should be my summary for example now, as the leader of the union.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Prof. Prof, I do very grateful. grateful. We've been saying we'll start from 12, but the network issue will come affect, but we know if we can start again. Chief Jake Ekpele, retired Colonel Samson Ebert, Dr. Charles Chukwunaru from the US. We thank Una very much because, you see, this is a continuous struggle. I want to believe that if our great patriots, our great nationalists, in the person of Sir Ahmad Tafawa Balewa, the person of Sir Benjamin Nnamdi Azikiwe, popularly known as Zeke, the person of Pa Anthony Enahoro, and the person of Samuel S. Akintola, and the person of Herbert Macaulay, and the person of Rene Fanikayo, and Pa Awolowo, and the likes of many great nationalists that laid down their lives, that laid down the sacrifices. Is this the country they had envisaged? Now they think when they've been contribute or things say that we won't do, education in the early 60s attracted other foreigners to this country. And you are all living witness that we had Ghanaians here, we had Cameroonians here, we had even British lecturers and academicians and students here. We had technicians and very beautiful academic scenes and beautiful architectural masterpieces spread all over. But today, the structures that were built, you will be shocked to hear that the structures that were built in either the early 60s, the early 70s, and early 80s. What has been the contributions? Like Prof rightly put, he said universities don't become like constituency projects. It's not supposed to be like that. If a country like Ghana is taking well over 75,000 Nigerian students in its kitty, do you know the economic consequences? What is called capital flight that is happening to our economy. You know, it's draining us. If a country like Southern Africa is taking well over 30,000 Nigerian students, the number has increased. If a country like Egypt is taking well over 10,000 Nigerian students, if a country like Uganda is taking over 100 or 1,200 students, Niger Republic, Benin Republic, then we need to do a review. It is not about I'm in charge. It is about the state of the country. For any country to stand on its own and develop, education is paramount. It's not a rubber stamp thing. It's not a kwashiorkor thing. So that no wonder there have been general claims and counterclaims that Nigerian university scholars are not employable. How are we going to change this narrative? How are we going to change this to make sure that the school where you go, the small where you go? I remember those who were in school in the early 60s and 80s. If they speak English, their writings, their English are impeccable. They are writing, they write quaint or cursive, what they call cursive writing. Can we compare them to the graduates today? It is a result of what has been put in that we are getting to what they call garbage in and garbage out. Can we sit down and restructure education, knowing that with education we get research, with research we get improvement? Imagine that the population that was some few years back, when we're doing subsistence agriculture, it was able to take our small population, but with the increase in population, there became other processes to increase yield, so that farm produce go plenty, so that agricultural development will come. The roads that were constructed are product of education. We need to go back, and it is on that premise I want to appeal. So far, as a president, I want to congratulate you. I want to appreciate your giant stride. I want to take your tenacity and your desire and believe in what you believe in. But however, in the course,
is an endangered species.
Sir? So in the course of that, I want to appreciate all of now and know that this thing is a continuous process. It will not end today. I bet because of time will not be on our side again. We could not put down
Omande, before you go.
Yes, sir.
Omande, let me quickly make this point before you go. You cannot get anything out of education in Nigeria when your president does not even have a school cert, a primary school certificate.
This is Nigeria. This is our country.
recruiting and outside Nigeria.
I'm cutting off. This is Nigeria. There's prospect. America didn't just go overnight. I'm going to ask other countries that do.
They don't even have a school certificate. To be a security man outside the country and he's being
what is your problem?
And you're complaining that education has been killed. What do you have?
Now look up and throw it. You can't sit in the US and begin to abuse my country because this is our country and together we take this country to greater height. Nigeria belongs to all of us. Prof, thank you very much, Prof. We are going to continue this struggle. God bless you. Thank you for your time. I know you were supposed to have flown by 12, but because of the sacrifice, you stayed extra time. God bless you. Safe journey. Thank you very much, Prof. God bless. Thank you, sir. On behalf of my very beautiful listeners out there, I want to appreciate you. I want to appreciate you for staying out there, for watching out on us and believing and trusting in us. Education is for us all. It's going to be, this program has started since about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And however, if you have any other contribution to give to us, we'll be very grateful. You can talk to us on our phone lines. You can get us on our eduradio.ng@gmail.com. Is there any contributions you want to make? Is there any criticism you want to make? Here on the program, my English I speak. Here for this program, we're day open. We say thank you for being there. We love you. Let's join hands together to move our education to the next level. Bye. Bye.
Here we stand as a people with one song, with one voice. We're a nation undivided and poised. We will take a stand and build our land in faith to defend what is ours. Here we are as a people with one heart for one cause. We're determined to rebuild